We gotta acknowledge what Harlem is, man. Harlem is a stargate for consciousness. Harlem has been the leader of consciousness since the 50s to now. And the ancestors would turn over in their grave if they would see what's been taking place with us since Clinton has moved to Harlem. You have seen developments being opened up for Caucasians. And I think the thing what makes me turn in my stomach the most is when you see a Caucasian on 125th with a black sister. It's something about that that mentally fucks with me. You know, I think like I'm somewhat, if they would call a prejudiced person, and I know how I look at white people. I love black women, but let's say you got niggas that do fuck white girls, but sometimes it be on some hate shit. You got niggas that fuck white girls that be like, yeah, bitch, look at you now. I wish your grandfather could see you now. You know what I'm talking about, son of that. So if a black person could have the consciousness to violate a white girl in that perspective, how is that white man thinking when he's violating your sister? You understand what I mean? Is he like, yeah, you nigga bitch? Because 9 out of 10, a white man pulls a sister based upon poverty. He pulls a sister based upon she don't have a man to protect her or provide for her, so she has to get out there and survive the best she know how. And the thing is, these same individuals that's willing to kill me ain't willing to kill the white man that's disrespecting their sisters. Took because basically, you don't own a black woman anymore. The white man is her man. She tells you that when she says, I'm going to get a job for just in case if anything happens. What is the terminology or a synonym for just in case? Security. She feels more secure working in an establishment for a white man than to work in an establishment for her own black man or working in her home. The thing that takes place after that is the whole household is fucked up when the woman is not satisfied, when the woman don't feel protected, because now she got to put that child in daycare, and you wonder why your babies are getting molested, missing, experimented on, have to go to school and get vaccinations, fucking up their immune system, fucking up their consciousness, fucking with their brain, coming with all types of diseases. And you got niggas out there, nigga told me, if I work, I feel my woman should work. Because you a hoe for the white man. You're going to advocate your black woman to go be a hoe for him as well. My woman don't work, son. And she enjoys everything. She goes to the gym to work out. She has the best of shit. And another thing, I don't believe in brothers. The thing is, I'm telling you, be the man, but do not flourish black women with European mentality and European cultures. I was telling you, I went and got some old ancient materials, and I got materials made. I will take care of you, but I will not take care of you in a European fashion. And if a woman tells me, well, if you won't allow me to do that, then I don't need you. Well, I don't need you either because don't ever try to save a woman that's mentally already caught up with the white man because all she's going to do is pull you down. She has been trained to do that. Not saying that's literally her fault, but one thing about a female, it's hard for a female to change her mentality from when she was a child. Because half of the horrorism that you see out there is based upon either some psychological effect from her getting molested from black men, or her just getting fucked over from black men, or her just going out in the white world playing herself because black men won't take care of them. You understand what I mean? And you actually saw that in hip hop. You saw the Jews signing the artists that said, I won't give a bitch shit. A woman, let me tell you something about what the white man did to us, man, as a people. Okay? You have the fact that the black man, the white man really didn't change too much about us. All he did was alter the patterns how we think. The black woman by nature has always been a gatherer. She's always been the one that teaches the children. She's always been the one that maintains the household. That's why the black warriors always protected her. He took care of the foundation outside. She took care of the household. She did all of the chores. She kept everything organized. She collected all the information. That same black woman is the secretary now. That same black woman is the doctor assistant. The same black woman is still doing her natural way of living, but he has altered it to suit him. The black woman was the warrior. He was the protector. You're still the warrior. You just fight in the white man's army now. You just get illegal guns and you shoot your own black man in the back. You blow his head off for money that really ain't shit compared to the niggas that live on Lexington Avenue and all that shit where the real dough is at. So it's like, once he took you out of your vibration to be her provider, she was accessible to hoeing. She was accessible to welfare. She was accessible to selling her body to survive. Then you start knocking her the fuck up and just leaving her stranded. People might misinterpret how I was on Little Africa's tape complaining about the black women, but I'm human. I go through my moods. I go through my moods like, man, why black women such hoes? Because the reality is, the majority of black women is hoes. I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all some shit to make y'all feel good. The majority of our black women do dress with pants up in their ass. They do eat Chinese food with shit hanging all at their mouth. They curse in front of their children. And before their child is even 12, the daughter has seen her fuck about 7 different niggas in the bed, if not more than that. But the thing is, you got to look at the reason our women ain't about shit today, because we allowed the white man to come in to fuck her consciousness up to result into the results that we have today. So my essence of what I was saying was, you will kill me over religion that a white man gave you. You will disrespect my name over what a white man gave you. You will not want to participate in my lectures over what a white man gave you, but you can't protect your very sister walking on the streets of Harlem. You can't protect your very sister walking on the streets of Atlanta. With the white man. He's doing the same thing he did before. He fucked her in your face before. He fucking her in your face now. So this is what I told somebody. I said, I'm going to get on tape, since the young niggas listen to me, and I'm going to tell them, look for the cops first. Don't put yourself in jeopardy to go to jail if you don't have to. See what 5-0 at. Just like you squatting when you're trying to pass that joint off. Look for 5-0. If you don't see no cops, run up to that white boy and punch him dead in his fucking face. And you tell him, don't bring your white cracker, nasty, saltine ass around here again with my sister, or the next time I'm going to kill you.
Say it again, because you ain't said that at the beginning. You said if you see...
If you see a white man, I want to say this very loud. Okay. If you see a white man with a sister in any ghetto, I'm talking about from down south to the north, because my tape is everywhere. You look for the cops, and if you don't see the cops, you run up with your crew and you punch him in his face. You stomp him the fuck out. Rob that bitch motherfucker like if he got money. Like you would do your brother. Because this is what kills me. In Jersey, where I grew up at, one town couldn't go to the next. Because the first thing a motherfucker said when you was coming in, particularly now, this is real deep. Most niggas go to other barrels in other towns looking for girls. Most cats get robbed because they come to see a girl on their projects or something like that. And like, nigga, what the fuck you around here, you know what I mean, trying to talk to our girls for? There's brothers that have got murdered over that. Murders going to see his girl in a project. Matter of fact, if you bought the CD from Mobb Deep that Lake put out when he got out of prison, he shot a brother because he was coming to see some girl in the projects, and because he was discussing what he went to jail for. He said, you know, Duke was from the other side of Queens. You know what I mean? We was beefing with them niggas. He came to see some girl. She wasn't home. I caught him out there. I tried to rob him. He tried to buck it, so I shot him. The white man is walking with your black woman every day, Lake. You did, I think he did a 7-year, 9-year, 10-year bid for shooting a brother, Lake. Why didn't you go shoot a white man?
He's a nigga.
A nigga. And you come out, you know what I mean? You a nigga. You come out with a little bit of drug money, and you put out an album, and you so-called take the children to great adventures and think you doing something, bro.
You should was gave that money back to the white man.
Exactly. What you should have done was took that same gun and that time you did. First of all, do you know niggas in jail won't even fuck with you if you go to jail for a crime like that? They will respect you. Motherfuckers that be fucking little boys and drug dealers on because everybody does that. So they don't respect that. You just another brother. What are you gonna do? What you in here for? Yo, this nigga was violating the system. I'm gonna tell you what's real deep. I was on a train a couple years ago, and I always read. I used to read real hard back then. I'm reading on the train, and all of a sudden I hear this white man yelling. I turn around, this motherfucker got his fingers in this sister's face. So I close my book, and I get up and go to the back. It's a Spanish motherfucker standing next to the white man, ain't saying shit. So I come out there. I said, sister, come here. Let me talk to you right quick. I pull her to the side. She was a conductor. They were all three conductors. So I said, do you got a problem with this white man? So the Puerto Rican motherfucker look at me and go, sir, could you please sit down? I'm like, bro, I'm talking to the sister, because if her name was Maria, his Latin ass would have pulled out 40 knives and went to stab every motherfucker up in there. So fuck him. I'm talking to the sister. I said, do you have a problem, man? She said, if you could see the look in her face, the look in her face that this young brother came to her aid. She was like, nah, sorry. I was like, yo, go to the other car, because I was on parole at the time. So I ain't want to, you know what I mean, get caught up into no shit. But what I said was, I said, if this white motherfucker if he point his fucking finger in your face again, I'm going to knock his bitch fat white ass the fuck out. I'm pointing at him. So she says, okay. So I bounced. He didn't say shit to her the rest of the time I was on there, and he just looked at me like he was scared and eyeballed me until I got off the train. But what I'm trying to tell you is, do you know 9 out of 10 how good that sister felt that I did that? And for you young niggas to go, yo son, that don't got shit to do with me. But then you can't go find a wife because they all getting fucked in their ass for money, for Prada. Because they jump in their cars. The reason that the black woman is acting like that because she's in a poverty state. That's why I'm saying, if you was a man and you
she can't find no real man.
She can't find no real man.
Most of y'all niggas is in jail and faggots. Y'all been turned
Yeah.
shit.
Yo. Yesterday, I'm seeing a nigga like 14 years old. Fag the fuck out. Son, I'm going to keep it real. You know, I go to the go-go bars, man. I ain't no Christian. You know what I mean? I like naked black women with big fat asses a bit. That turns me on. I'm up in the joint, man. You know, I'm drinking water, of course. You know, I don't fuck with the beer and all that. This fucking when dude comes in on some Cameron shit with a pink bandana, a pink hat on, and a white shirt and some pink pants. First of all, Cameron, if anybody knows Cameron, take this tape, yo. Because I'm going to kill you on the hip-hop Sacrifice Part 2. Because you is an outrageous faggot-ass homo. I think that bitch nigga lives somewhere up in Harlem, too. Yeah. This nigga walk around with big diamonds in his ear like a fag... I mean, goddamn, y'all that damn stupid. Y'all can't see y'all being controlled and monitored by faggots? The industry is controlled by who? The Jews. The Jews is a sacred society. The Jews are connected to the 30th degree to Freemasons. Everybody knows one of the initiations is to be a homosexual. Back in the 60s and the 70s, all of the club music was dealing with fags. That's what the disco was all about. Those same people that ran those companies run the rap industry now. That's why only Pacific artists get out. Y'all are being icon homosexuals, man. Homos. That's why you don't hear back when I was coming up, the rappers had, like Chuck D and them, you can hear the man in their voice. That's why women are attracted to men with deep voices. That's that testosterone pumping up. Now you like, I got the diamonds now. I got the ISIS on. They sound like faggots. And y'all bitch ass niggas, especially in New York, running behind that shit. I don't respect y'all niggas today, man.
That's right.
But for the real,
following them?
Yeah, but for the real youths, the young radicals coming up, I want y'all, even if the cop is there, make that white boy feel the pain that we feel when we look at that beautiful sister walk around. And you make that black sister feel like she ain't shit. And I want the conscious sister to start kicking they fucking ass. When you catch them out there, we can't do it because we men, you stomp that broad out and you tell her why you doing it. You talk to her. Because see, back in the days, in the older black community, before they flushed it out with drugs, we handled our business ourselves.
That's right.
We didn't turn the brothers over to police.
That's
we
right.
kicked your ass and said, if you don't get out of here in 3 days, we're going to kill you. That's how the old school rolled. Now nobody don't want to be a part of nothing. Or you selling us out for money. You know what I mean? And the thing is, why do you think they're attacking the black sister? Because the future is in them. The power is in them. If you remember on the field tape, I told you that the mitochondria, they exist through the female. It dies through the male sperm. So all information genetically passed down. It's passed down through the female. You hear Phil say on numerous tapes that I read so many books, I can stop reading books because I am the book. What you gotta realize is what he's saying would flow through his blood, the DNA of the information he's giving to you is the book of life. What do you think when they say inside of the Christianity and the Islamic book that your name will be written in the book of life? The book of life is the book of blood. The blood is passed down through the woman. Every time he puts his seed inside of the black woman, which they said in the Willie Lynch letter is plant much pure white blood into the black seed to make it a jackass, he's diffusing your book. He's rewriting your history by fucking your woman. But you will fucking kill me because I'm telling you you worshiping a white man? You will kill me because the Muhammad, Musalat Muhammad, I've been Hanif 22 years Bible before Prophet Muhammad, Mustafa al-Amim, a bunch of motherfuckers that didn't even exist, and it was the third one, Muhammad the Conqueror. You will kill me because the one that you worship is a depiction of a white man? Christians won't feel me because they worshiping a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus? But you can watch your black sister get violated and literally watch the information that flows through your blood from your mama be erased from interracial relationships, and you won't do shit about it. You are a fucking punk, yo. And I don't respect you. I don't respect you at all. You are nothing. And that's why the black women don't respect you. That's why the black woman puts your ass in jail calling 911. The black woman has no respect for you all because you ain't no fucking man.
And that's one of the reasons why she's turned into another woman.
Exactly. Some of them's like, some of them like, I don't even want to deal with a white man, so fuck it. I'll fuck with a woman. Because it's really the same, because you a bitch yourself. You know what I mean? You won't get a job. You won't excuse me saying a job, you won't create your own source of income. You talking to brothers that are small entrepreneurs. We talking about putting shit online. We talking about generating money, not only benefiting our people, positive. And another thing is, don't get me wrong. I am not a religious person. I advocate crime. I advocate crime. My thing is this: prostitution brings a lot of money. It brings a lot of money, dog. Matter of fact, I put it on film. I'm trying to open up a X-rated website because they make the most money on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna do is
the white man been prostituting our women. What's wrong with getting white women in prostitution?
That's what I'm about to drop on their ass. First of all, you can put an ad in the paper, and you can ask for free models and all that. There's a lot of scams that are going around because poverty is so ill. All women are hoeing. So what you do is you specifically ask for all beautiful white females, models for adult movies. And you put them on film, or you had them do some wild shit, masturbating, all types of crazy shit, phone lines. You put that on the website and you generate, because basically when you're making money, you're generating energy. By you having a concept literally of good and evil, and that sounds evil, that's based upon because they have created the religions that gave you the perimeters, not the cross, to say their own selves. How is it for all these generations, we so-called been doing the right thing, we ain't got nowhere, they're being evil as fuck, and they're accomplishing everything? It's because it's not all about good and evil, it's about who's stronger. That's why cannabis said, it's not about who, it's about who hits the hardest. It's not about who hits first. It's all about who has the stronger punch. Chess, you have a black and a white. It has nothing to do with good or evil. It's who has the smarter mind. The smarter mind might be the black one, and the black side win, or vice versa. The thing is, if we are the creators of the planet, we are the foundation of all civilizations on the planet, and we are the rulers, how the fuck can you let a weak, degenerate beast like that motherfucker rule you? Support your woman. Give your woman welfare. Feed your child baby food in the aisles of a supermarket. You can't even get your own goddamn land to grow your own shit. You want to live in the city, and you want to get all up under Whitey's ass. They don't respect you, nigga. Did you read the back of the Willie Lynch letter? When he said, thank you for giving us all our businesses, buying our Quran. He literally said buying our Qurans. Did you read that part? Mm-hmm. Buying our Qurans and our Tommy Hilfigers and all that, and hoping that we would treat you like an equal, even though we never did. They said that the Willie Lynch is not a real person. It's never been proven. But that science is so phenomenal, man. And for you to read shit like that, and for you to see constantly on every goddamn video of sister shaking his ass because them damn southern niggas is killing us with them stupid ass videos. Cars and hoes is all my nigga knows. That's their whole concept. They're killing us. But for you to advocate that and want to kill your own brother over drugs, monies, and all that, and you can take all the crime you do and direct it to the white community because I got a scoop for y'all. White people spend way more money in drugs than black people. I don't know how all black niggas do is spend money on the 1st and the 15th. And it's a little sporadic money all through the month. But the real money is the motherfuckers that got jobs. Why do you think there's no more money in the drugs in the street? Because all the black people are unemployed. There's an inflation going on. So where's the money at? The money is in the white community. They don't want to run their own businesses. They're the ones, if they got a job, they making real money on some old $15, $17, $18 an hour shit. That's another thing. By you having the concept of staying in your community and being true to your people, that's some more bullshit. Why do you think they won't allow you to move into their communities? Because you will find out the secrets. You will find out the secrets that they hide from you. Because I have mingled in with white people. And I find out shit about them that we would never even think of how to make money. Motherfucker was telling me what he do is he takes glasses from 28th Street and 8th Avenue and get them wholesale. He puts them on this thing called a toggle on a ship. He ships it to Italy, right? He sells it for more money over there than the glasses cost here, and they buy it in abundance. This is some out of the country economics. The shit costs about $8,000 for him to ship the shit over there, but what he'd do is get online and connect with a motherfucker in Italy that's trying to ship something over here. That person to pay the $8,000, it'll come back and now it's for free. Do you see the type of shit that they on?
That's smart, man.
These niggas, I mean, and see what it is I go amongst them to get information. That's another thing that niggas might not be up on. This gonna sound crazy as fuck, but you have niggas out there, right, that parade white girls. If you gonna fucking fuck with a white bitch, use her. Because that's what he does to your woman. He takes your woman, he gets her to give all the information about your culture. How do you think he learned the sciences to fuck us in the first place? He seduces your woman. He doesn't even seduce her. He puts her in a position where, let's make a deal. That's why, once again, in the Willie Lynch letter, the first thing he said, we always want to negotiate with who? The woman. The woman's not a negotiator.
That's right.
You a stupid ass woman if you really think you can make a deal. Because first of all, anytime a woman says, let's compromise, that's a sign of weakness. The first motherfucker that want to compromise is not satisfied with the present situation. That means you're vulnerable. So that's how niggas run up on you. I'm saying, man, you trying to get something from me, I'm trying to get something from you. I'm saying, what you gonna do? I mean, you want to live in this type of situation? How most of us got asked back in the days? You want to live in this situation? Ain't you trying to get out? I'm saying, man, the white man runs the same game. Where do you think game came from? He gamed us out of our fucking land and our riches. So the thing is, if you gonna sell out, get the bitch. Rob her. Make sure you get one with the father working IBM or AT&T. The thing is,
work for you.
Exactly. Matter of fact, like I said, what I want to do is set up a website, put them on there, and the same money that I make, I'm gonna take care of my black sister so she don't gotta work. What the fuck do you think he do to you? He has you working in his office, have you being a secretary,
Sending his babies to college.
his wife going on European tours and all types of shit like that, while your dumb, stupid ass get 2 weeks of a vacation. But you love the white man and you feel secure with him. There's things we can do that's legally legal because pornography should be illegal, prostitution is. But that's something that white people do. They don't want to know how to set up the websites. They don't want see, a motherfucker can be scamming you on some model shit, but since it's through the paper, it has to be legitimate because the white man produces the papers. But if I was a brother on the street with a card, I got to be bullshit because I'm a brother on the street with cards. Do you understand the psychology play that's being done here? I'm one of the niggas that slipped through the cracks. I wasn't supposed to make it. I'm the dropout. I'm the street nigga. But I learned they ways. And I see it's not all about everything about you not fucking with a white man as far as that mentality is concerned, you not being evil. This is conception that came from religion that the white man gave it to you in the first place. He already knew you would rebel against him. So for every channel, you would have a direction. Once again, where's that at? The Willie Lynch letter. He said that you would look for your connection to yourself. So he will make up a whole bunch of different confusions, like religion, and he said it will be as a ball floating in the air from a vacuum cleaner. What is that telling you? There's no connection. It's just air. Pardon me. It's just air with a ball just going like this. You have no connection to God. This is not your way of life. But my basic of it is you will murder me based upon that. But you won't kill the white man that's disrespecting your sister. And to me, I just can't understand that, Sanetta. You know what I mean? I'm out here trying to do the right thing for our people, but you got women mad because I'm keeping it real. Women can't take truth for nothing. Y'all out there hoeing. You out there hoeing. You don't want to listen to a man. You don't. You want to rule us. That's the way nature didn't provide it that way. We play positions. You're supposed to run the household. You're supposed to have children. I'm supposed to get out there and maintain. Sisters get mad at me when I say about the multiple wife things. The fact of the matter is, there's not a lot of good men. There's only a couple of us that's strong. So you mean to tell me you would sacrifice being with a white man or being with a no good ass nigga that's gonna want to violate you anyway than being with a brother that's, you know what I mean? Than being with a brother that's gonna keep it real with you? The problem with most sisters is they like being lied to. He told me I was so pretty. He told, remember, Layla Africa dropped a lot of signs in there. He said women don't do things on intelligence, women do things based on how they feel. And anytime, and see what the white man does, he fucks with her emotions. That's how he violates her. He makes her always inferior. That's why he would take the brother, beat the brother in front of her, kill her, get the other one, beat him to death, so it will put the fear in her. Because her whole thing is, am I going to survive? Am I going to survive? And a woman will do whatever she has to do to survive. But the thing is, she wouldn't be in that position if you was a fucking man. So I think all of the young brothers all over, we should start making examples of these white men. We should have different branches. We should start getting military because first of all, me and Azariah dropping a tape dealing with Mars in October. Okay? The planet Mars is in the zodiac in the house of this planet. If you notice, white people do everything by numerology. The wars have been going off the hook since this motherfucker's been on the course of here. Wars is off the hook. You got the sniper cases. You got Afghanistan. You got Iraq. All this shit going on. But this war is against you, peoples. This war is against you. You are the sole controller. They're trying to fight a war of you not taking your position back. That's why you're getting all these weather storms and all that. So you can't get the natural elements to absorb inside of your consciousness to give you your rightful position of a God. Down to the word God is a German word. You understand what I mean? So it's like even the conception that we perceive as being God is cultivated by him. So the thing is, okay, if you're at war, why you ain't fighting back? He have trained you to submit as a man, making you afraid to die for your woman. You should have the same courage that would if I walked up on your mom and slapped in her face. That's how you should feel about every black woman. Because all I'm saying is this, black women gonna fuck, they gonna do what they wanna do, but as James Brown said in his song The Big Payback, let her keep doing like she was. Don't mind her. If she's doing it to our people, we straighten that out when we get there. Right now, we don't want you touching her. And we should put it out there. I mean, what do you feel about that, Sanetta?
You're 100% correct, man.
We should put it out there, man.
Yeah, what I want you to talk on now, brother, is the thing dealing with the Nation of Islam. Talk to us about the Nation of Islam and Minister Farrakhan, man.
Okay, basically the reason Sanetta brought this up.
And I believe Malcolm, I believe Farrakhan killed Malcolm.
I believe
brothers who think that they worship in Islam. Islam, I don't give a damn, and you can come to me and prove it to me otherwise. That Nation of Islam and all the other forms of Islam was set up and given permission to practice by the Pope. And that can be proven. It can be proven. Wouldn't say it if I didn't find it out.
Basically, when you're in those positions, I'm gonna start from the essence of what I feel. That would be the best way. The reason that my man Sanetta brought this up is because we had a discussion on the phone. This is gonna offend a lot of people when I say this, and I am stating this is my opinion. This is nothing I read. This is nothing that I have facts to back up. This is something that I'm gonna throw out there, and you tell me, or all I want you to do is open up your mind to just think about it. And if you can't even visualize it, that's showing that you're really under mind control. Because no matter what's told to me, I will rationalize it and see if it makes sense. And all that shit about it's the devil trying to take over your mind state, you just an idiot. He asked me at first probably not to put that out there. But I said, I think that Elijah Muhammad
Who asked you not to put that out there?
You asked me.
Say the name, bro.
Sanada asked me not to put it out
There
there.
you go. You say he asked you. People don't know.
Okay. He said, when I explained it to him, he said, well, that kind of makes sense. I said, I think that Elijah Muhammad was an agent. Okay? The reason that I feel this is because, all right, by me being a teacher, you know, I have everybody's tape. You know, something I tell you, I get the boxes. I'm a very, it's just like boxing. Everybody want to watch the fights. I watch all of the teachers' tapes. I got a lot of tapes about Malcolm because that to me is like my father of teaching. You know what I mean? I really idolize that brother. And I got a couple of joints from Elijah Muhammad. And one thing I will say, because I don't want people to think that I'm bashing anybody, I'm going to show my children all of the teachers. Martin Luther King, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X. I even will tell them about Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton because they are representatives of our people. And as they get older, this is the key. I will start to teach to look behind the message and at the messenger and see his role, because sometimes the message will be somewhat correct, but the messenger won't be, and you will confuse it and think everything is correct from the messenger when the messenger is a message from the government, because they will tell you things to draw you in, and then when you in, change the whole plan. I saw that when I was in the WAPO. One thing will come out, then a year later there's something else, and then there's something else, and there's something else. Now, what I feel about the whole thing with Elijah Muhammad, I'm going to first give you a little brief on Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was very real to me. I think the brother was dope. If you study him, you know, he came from Jamaica. I think he taught himself, schooled himself. He read a lot of books and different things like that. And he started wanting to do lectures because it was his whole destiny. He hated the confusion of his people in Jamaica. He hated the confusion that he saw in the United States. So he did lectures, and you know, at first it started off shaky, but he actually became a very big figure. We would find out that I think Elijah Muhammad was a Garvite, and his father, I think Malcolm too. They were Garvites. So this was your first movement. Marcus Garvey, everybody around him was agents, first of all. J. Edgar Hoover had him rigged, down to his best friend was an agent, reporting back to J. Edgar Hoover. Now, the illest thing about that was, Homeboy influenced him to buy that ship. I think it was a Starship. I don't know if the name is correct. It was twice what it was worth. It was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Basically, everything that Marcus Garvey did was sabotaged. He started making up constitutions. The white people over here didn't respect it. The J. Edgar Hoover couldn't get him on anything. So I think he chumped up some charges, tax evasion or something like that. They wanted to get him off the street, but he was actually a positive brother. They couldn't catch him for nothing. So what they did was, they threw him in jail. I think it was like 5 years. They said, all right, look, you want to go out, you go back home to Jamaica. I think when he went home, he had $5. He was living in a hut, and all these cool niggas, out of everything he did here for them, waved at him on a boat as they dream floated away, right? Anytime a black person tries to reach the people in a massive, and another thing I like to add, you don't really hear about Marcus Garvey in the media, do you? You really don't hear about Marcus Garvey. He was a very great man, and I advise,
Down if you really for the black, if you for real.
if you for real, they shut you down. You really don't hear about this brother. You can really, and to remind you, the Nation of Islam was active at the same time as Marcus Garvey. They have mad footages circling around of the Nation of Islam, but they don't have too much circling around with him, because I try to get footages of all the teachers. Okay, now this is my thing.
Hold up. You said the Nation of Islam was alive at the time
At
of
the time,
Marcus
yeah.
Garvey?
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that prevalent? Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it came after Garvey.
Ah.
The Nation came after Garvey because Elijah was a
Follower of that, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I am wrong. But the thing is, I have a documentary of Marcus Garvey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have footages, like little snippets of him. So there's footages of this brother. You understand what I mean? They got old time movies made in the 40s and the 50s and silent films. He was doing major events within the public. You know, he had his own little society of people. They were Pacific suits and all that. So they had to have something of him, but they don't give that to the people because he was real. You understand what I mean? And it actually was real deep. Do you know that band you got on? He brought that flag here. He brought the red, black, and green here, man.
That's right.
And those Pacific colors as Phil was breaking down on one of the tapes. Yeah. Oh, there you go. At the parade in Harlem. There you go. Those are the suits. Those are the suits. Okay, now, what's real ill, those Pacific colors, as Phil was breaking down, were actually energy forces that actually heal the body when you observe it and it affects the consciousness. Now, what kills me about that is, okay, this brother literally brought in the flag that not only did we acknowledge back then, but we acknowledged in the hip-hop community when it was consciousness. When you saw Dougie Fresh and all of them was acknowledging this flag. But a lot of us don't even know where the flag came from. Now, this is my thing here. Elijah Muhammad comes up with an organization. He was very highly influenced with Christianity. His father was a preacher. His name was Elijah Poole. This is how they looked, brothers and sisters. Get that on film. There you go. That was them. He was trying to clean them up. Yeah, that's in Harlem. That's where he was living at. So basically, right, he used to walk around, as they said, all day with a Bible in his hand, pretending to his brothers and sisters how he would be a preacher. All right, I think he moved to Chicago. I forgot what type of job he had. But I think he was getting this little lecture on and all that. And I think, I don't know the specifics on how the organization was all put together, so I'm not going to sit up here in front like I do. But the points that I'm trying to make is, okay, he puts this congregation together. He basically attracts people with the concept that the white man's the devil. And anytime you got to press people and somebody will come out their face with an extraordinary statement like that, you're going to attract attention. No different than Sarnetta calling the white man the devil. And as you can see on various tapes that he does himself, the tables is filled with people. Because first of all, black people like drama regardless. So we're attracted to that. Okay. Everything is based upon making the white man pay for what he's done to our people. All right. Now, what bothers me is he finds a young, inspiring brother by the name of Malcolm X. And Malcolm X blows this organization off the hinges because his voice is phenomenal. He's educated, might I add, self-educated, because the majority of our brothers, like Malcolm, like Marcus and all that, usually be dropouts or couldn't work or something like that. We be self-educated people where the spirit of ourselves guide us to the information, not an organization or a school curriculum. Now the thing is, Malcolm blows it up. Okay, he's the spokesman of the Nation of Islam. A couple of events take place that I don't understand what happened. You would think that Elijah Muhammad would be trying to either war or be happy of certain events. But he kept quiet. And I don't want to hear some papsy dance why he did it. I want to hear some scientific, logical reason. Why is it when I think it was the four brothers from Chicago got their heads blowed off by these policemen, right? And we got this on footages, right? We got this on footages where I think it was Chicago. They blew the brothers' heads off. The people were in an uproar, and they looked up to the Nation of Islam because that was like the most leading organization at that time. Because there's always one every generation. The government always makes sure they put out one that's running the show, because everybody got tired of the old Islam shit. Now, also, what I want you to realize is the very Nation of Islam. Even I don't consider myself a part of the Nation of Nuwapi and the Moors anymore, but my style of teaching sometimes reflects that because it was so much of a part of me for years. That's dealing with reality. So if this man was raised on Christianity, his father was a reverend. He didn't discover the Nation of Islam till a latter year of his life because I think he was in Ahmadiyya for a minute too, before he branched off to the Nation of Islam, okay? Elijah Muhammad. And his mentality had to be very highly influenced with Christianity, down to the Elijah is one of the names of the characters in the Bible. Now, when the brothers got killed, Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm to tell the people not to do anything. And he played himself on. Malcolm didn't want to do it, as the narrator was. I saw this on a documentary actually. Malcolm didn't want to do it, but basically they were in command. They had to do what was told of them.
And the same thing goes on today.
Exactly.
When they have riots, who do they get? Al Sharpton
Exactly.
to tell the people, calm down.
There you
We
go.
don't want to act like them.
So that would ask you, where the fuck are these orders coming from?
There you go.
Where the orders coming from? Okay, Malcolm get up there, literally, did you see the speech when he was like, we're going to play it calm, cool, and collective. And we're going to put it in the hands of Allah, the mystery God. There it is. You dig what I'm saying? And he played, Malcolm didn't even want to do it. He felt, because remember, they looked up to Malcolm. Elijah was not a spokesman. You didn't even understand what the hell half of the shit the motherfucker said. The spokesman was Malcolm. Bow. Second incident. The president, JF Kennedy, gets assassinated. He makes the statements about the chickens coming home was the roost.
Chickens coming home to roost.
Chickens coming home to roost. What I want you to really look at.
First, he was. They brought to him and told him, "We don't want you to speak on this issue."
Exactly.
Because the people love
the president.
Kennedy.
Now, remind you, what's real deep about that is, who gives a fuck about the people?
That's
we were
right.
dealing with the black people, and it was Elijah Muhammad that was teaching that the white man was the devil. So when Malcolm made a statement referring to the devil, which they should have been happy that motherfucker was dead, because he was just as much as a demon as other people, but they think he was a saint, just like they thought Clinton was a saint, but they don't really know the real shit that's going behind the scenes. Malcolm got suspended, taken off his throne, because he said something about a white man. That was the president of the United States, the same president that was allowing this shit to take place with the blacks at the time, because he could have made regulations in the police department, he could have did anything. That was all a setup. So my thing is this, why is it every time Malcolm tried to make a move, he was held back? You saw the same thing happen with Khalid Muhammad. What's real deep about Khalid Muhammad was suspended at Rutgers University for going outside, handling a situation with some Jews that was bad-mouthing Farrakhan. But it was Farrakhan that suspended him. I'm going to punch you in the face, Sarnetta, for helping you get a nigga off my ass.
That's right.
What the fuck? That makes me wonder what's going on really.
Think about that shit.
Now, every organization, basically, since the 60s, have fallen, except for the Nation of Islam. They killed Malcolm. We know they killed Khalid.
They killed the ones that was real.
Exactly.
That was real to the people, and that could not be
Conditioned.
over.
But you know what happens with that is, see, what people fail to realize is, even though white people will create a society for the black people to believe in, you're dealing with ancestral lineage. It doesn't matter how phony it is. Somebody's going to take that shit serious. When they take it serious, let me tell you how dangerous religion is. This is something that a brother broke down to me that's real deep. He said, you know what got Malcolm fucked up? Islam. Because see, when did Malcolm start bugging saying, because the only reason they're blowing up Malcolm, because Malcolm at the end said that all Muslims are all the same color, making him look like an asshole. But the reality was, Malcolm was brought Islam from Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad took a religion, basically, as he would say, that wasn't Christianity. Christianity wasn't doing nothing, but he took it from a country that he really probably knew nothing about. So what Malcolm did was, when he did his pilgrimage, he wanted to see the foundation where it comes from. It's like you find out a great person in your family. You want to see the tribe of that person where it comes from. So over in Mecca at the time, you had different shades of people worshiping Allah. But it wasn't his religion in the first place. It was given to him by Elijah Muhammad. So when he went over there to do his pilgrimage, he thought that was real Islam. So he got the misconception, came back to America from the confusion of religion in the first place, and basically brought his death to himself. You understand what I mean?
But he still did not change, though.
He kind of did by that last statement, man, when he came back.
Said was if the white man in America can
Well,
accept
exactly.
Islam the way they all doing over in the Middle East, maybe you can change.
But see, the
But
point.
Khalid visit
Yeah, he
Egypt
represented it. I remember he was talking
about
about
9
that.
times.
And he said, I
And
ain't
there's
see that.
still racism in Mecca.
Most definitely,
You
but
see
see,
what I'm saying?
but there's a point that I'm making. I'm not taking anything from Malcolm. What I'm saying is the fact that religion will actually alter the logical consciousness of your mind. See, the reason why do I gotta keep studying religion? Why can't I just study the science? You understand what I mean? Why do I gotta get a spirit from God? Why can't I study the energy forces that it personifies inside of the body that gives me the reaction of the daily life that I do every day? See, if I deal with science, there's nobody to be my savior. See, when you deal with science, there's not a Jesus coming in science. There's not a Jesus coming from an asteroid out of the cosmos onto the planet.
When
See,
you're dealing with science, you're dealing with the power that exists within self.
exactly.
And you're not looking outside of self for a man to come feed you.
When the man is you yourself.
You
See, the
go.
thing is, what they do with religion, they take the divinity out of you and make you worship it outside of yourself, and that's why they say in the heavens there is a God. But the same way that the Milky Way is set up with the circulation of the planets, the harmony is set up the same exact structural way inside of your body. So you are one with God because you're genetically structured as the cosmos itself. Down to when you look out of the atmosphere from the reflection of the sun to give you the illuminating vision of a blue sky, you're dealing with the state of blackness, the state of the culture that you come from. But when you get into the science of that, there's no room for nobody to manipulate you. That's the death itself, that goddamn religion, man. It's the death of the Caribbeans. It's the death of Africa. It's the death of America. And it will be the death of the majority of our people. I'm talking to the young generation, stay away from those Muslims. Stay away from those Christians. Stay away from those Protestants. Stay away from anything that's organized. How we will rise as a people, we just say we're going to cut all the names out. We agree that if you want to be spooked out, say there's a God in heaven, okay, there's a God. We're not going to give him a name. Matter of fact, we're going to call him a supreme being. We're going to, if we feel we're gods, we're all going to be gods. But now let's get collectively together and let's deal with this situation with this white man. That's why he called you Dominicans, Cubans, Haitians, Jamaicans, because their whole conception is divide and conquer. Once they can divide you,
that's why he called you Dominicans, Haitians, Muslims, Christians.
it's the divide and conquer. And you're so ignorantly fighting amongst each other when the Jews work with the Italians. Look at the penal system. When the motherfucking the goddamn Jews work with the Switzerland motherfuckers. They got Swiss council over there. That's how they doing the money. They all work together and they call themselves white people. You look at an Italian, he's a white man. You look at a Jew, he's a white man. All of them are white men, but they come from different cultural backgrounds. But you're Haitian. You're Jamaican. You're from Antigua. Motherfucking islands be holding like 15 people and they call that their goddamn nationality. What the fuck, man? We are black people. Until we can unify, we're going to be fucked. That's why, even when you have a problem with a couple of the Africans and all that, you also got to look at these niggas using sciences against us, dog. We being mind control. They got frequencies that can absorb through the bone matter of your body and affect your thought process. That's a whole nother level of information that most niggas ain't even ready for. Most people can't see behind the hysteria of the white man because he has electronic devices making sure you don't see it. His whole world is dealing with delusion. If you saw the shit with Steve Coakley, they have mechanical suits that they can literally be up on you and you can't even see them. Based upon you don't even see with your eyes, it's really a delusion. You're seeing holographical images of sparks of light hitting particles of the brain, giving you the illuminated vision of a person. This is how you can be fooled by a girl. This is how you can be fooled by a man, because you don't see the energy, you see the physical body, based upon the nutrition, based upon the stress, based upon the environment you live in. It's hard for a nigga to even be spiritual in New York because by just riding the subway train, it's taking so much energy from within itself. The metals that they use are actually abstracting energy from your physical body. Why do you think they spend so much money on rocket missiles that are shuttles that go into space? Because they're trying to absorb frequencies of metals that's buried in the ground. But the gift of you're connected to it. You have what you call an aura around you. Aura is the Latin word for air. It's the air that you breathe that connects you to the cosmos, that makes you subjected to owning everything in existence around you. You can affect matter. That's why your thought process will affect the consciousness, will affect the matter, and you can bring things to life. The purpose of the female is to manifest it on the physical plane through her womb. So how you stop that, you stop the female and the black man from mating together, you make them turn against each other, and you be in the back laughing at them saying they're a bunch of dumb niggas, and enjoying our women on the side on top of that. That's what it's really about. There's no such thing as money. Money is backed up by resources. Who control the resources? The white man. So all you stupid motherfuckers dealing with all that religious bullshit, All you are a victim of ignorance. And when it comes down to it, it's your future generation that gotta pay for that. For every black woman you let be violated from a white man, you're erasing your information. And if you look at the movies like Tomb Raider and all that, they are telling you in a science fictional way that we're cracking the crows of Egypt.
Yeah, talk to me, brother, about is you finished with the Elijah Muhammad joint?
Yeah.
All right, talk to me about Freddy Krueger and Jason. Give us a little
I wanted to save that
sample,
for the.
but give us a little something to look forward to make the people want to come and hear that. Give us a little something of what you're dealing with Freddy and Jason.
All right, basic to wrap it up. The sciences that I'm gonna break down is, all right. There was a statement made by Layla Africa on our tape. First of all, I want to say is, if people think smart remarks is smacking me up, whatever, I think that's really irrelevant because I'm a man with science. But I humbly will never disrespect any of my elders in the conscious community because they do know more than me, and those are my fathers. I might see it different. I might see it different because I'm at a different bracket, but I respect all my teachers, especially people like Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, Layla Africa, but I don't always agree. All right, what made me think of this anyway was, you know the brother that be at your table with the glasses? He sells stuff right down the street. He was telling me about the tape. He was like, yo, don't worry about it, you know what I mean? But he said something that was real deep to me. He said, what's real fucked up is Layla Africa basically is saying we don't got no hope. And if you can see the look in the brother's face, you got to think, we buy Layla Africa's tapes, man, because we look up to him. For me to ask the brother, well, how can we solve it? Frankly, that's not my problem. You know, that's for the future to decide. But I want you to acknowledge something. He's a physiologist. He deals with the physical body. That's why women love him. That's why a lot of niggas question mark him. Because he only deals with the physical aspect. He was breaking down all these sciences about how if a baby don't have love, it could never have a proper relationship. The reason I disagree with that, because most people get hurt because they look for love. They look for the emotion that they didn't have, so it had to be a part of them in order for them to try to attract it. Second of all, that's dealing with the physical body. You have like 4 different bodies to you. You have the plasmic, the bioplasmic body. You have the inner aura, the outer aura, and the visible body that we can touch. The inner aura is basically the real you. Remember in Genesis it says, I breathed my spirit into man and man became a living soul. And I said previous that